Art is arguably one of the most influential parts of our society in general, but it seems that only makes the issue I know is more common amongst people. Artists seem to find displeasure with their art. Examples being chick flicks consistently changing their art style, and Freedies having a video about frustrations of art. It's important to understand these issues of what's causing artists to find displeasure in their own art, since art affects people on a global scale with global consequences. Observers in this phenomenon from Forbes had claimed that artists are perfectionists and interview professionals in the fields of art. Didn't know most of these are musical artists. However, considering the news sharing a lot of stressful information for today's world and the fact that Gen Z being generally possesses common knowledge, this brings into many other considerations we have to look for besides perfectionism. Another observer we could look for information is Gooden from Wayne Arthur Gallery, a professional artist. Gooden claims that artists find dissatisfaction due to unrealistic expectations, stress, low self-esteem, fear of rejection, art block, lack of inspiration, depression, frustration, and various other reasons. This is further supported by Nettles and his colleagues' own organization, since they notice that creative people, something that artists falls under, have a weird correlation to having higher chance of self-destructive behavior. However, this is not guaranteed to be true due to some groups' results showing no correlation. Both articles have confirmed that artists will likely find dissatisfaction from their own art if they have something negative happening to them. However, this doesn't mean that art should be discouraged when negative. An artist will find dissatisfaction in their art when they are in a negative mood, but Daniel's study suggests that the action of creating art is different from the final product of art. Many of Daniel's volunteers have used the process of art as a coping mechanism to further and rather enjoy it, unless tainted by outside force, example being work or tedious hours. Bannon Hill, that owns work, even shows signs in how art can improve people's mental health and help people who are depressed, is further supporting Daniel's work. We can establish with information we have gathered that artists who hate their own work are likely as signs of them showing poor mental health or facing some sort of negative emotion. Meanwhile, the process of art can help improve someone's mental health unless affected by an outside factor. Now, I've conducted my own research through a survey mix of literature response and multiple choices on a platform of Pseudomemo, a place for young animators and artists currently. Currently, there are only 2 responses. First response is from Urine, before I probably have set up the survey, who seems to show good signs of good self-esteem, mental health, and claims to like his art style. In fact, he rather seemed confused on what was asking for. The second user is Kit, who seems to have a lot of things to be going on with him and says that they rather enjoy finishing art, since they find art to be tedious and frustrating in the creation process. In final analysis, I say that making art can help people mentally, but any people who hate the final product of their art are likely to be facing something negative, something that can best reflect the current decline for this generation's mental health. Plus, it doesn't help the world seems to be becoming more stressful by the day.